Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by, even here. Welcome to my newest subscribers. Welcome. I love you. And to my returning subscribers, I love you too so much. Thank you for sticking with me. The love is massive and I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much. So in this today, my name is Christiana. And this is Chat with Christy, where I talk about faith, I talk about family, I talk about relocation, I talk about lifestyle. I do vlogs too, everything. Yeah. Okay, so in today's video, I will be talking about besting the opposite sex in marriage or in serious relationship, whichever one. But besting the opposite sex in marriage, basically. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Welcome back. So like I said earlier, I said we'll be talking about besting the opposite sex in marriage. So when we talk about besties mean you are in a very close relationship with somebody that you share your deepest secret with, that you share like the vulnerable part of yourself with this person, somebody that you are not ashamed to, somebody you are like naked to, and all of that. But I feel if you want to do besties with somebody, it should be mostly with your sex. Like, yeah, maybe when you are single, you can do that with another single person that is an opposite sex. Yeah, that is if truly no strange attached. You can do that with another person. You can be a bestie with that person and there will be no strange attached. Because I know some people that do besties with benefits. No, that's not what I'm talking about here. No besties. But if it is actually true, genuine besting, yes, you're doing it with this person when you are single and then the other person is single. But the moment this person has a serious relationship with another person, with with his or her love, then at the time we should take so many steps backward, or maybe so many steps forward. Not what I'm saying is you will not be in their lane again, so there will not be issues. Being bestie, being a bestie, I don't even know how to say, being a best friend with an opposite sex that is married is not necessary, really, unless you want to just cause some drama in the life of those people, unless you want there to be constant problems and misunderstanding between two lovers because you are in their space. There is need for courtesy. Courtesy demands that you give two people that are in love space as an opposite sex. And that is why even in marriages, you will hear no third party interference, even to the family of both of them, they will tell you don't entertain families. So who is now bestie to come into people's marriage and in the name of he's my bestie, she's my bestie, and scatter everything? It is not necessary, really. It is not necessary. There are lots of marriages that has broken because of this particular thing that we are talking about, making best friends. You say, yeah, but she's just my friend. She's just my friend, but a lot of things are going on the ground that the mouth cannot say, right? There are a lot of things going on the ground. It is bound that two people of different sex catch feelings when they get so close. Like that is there. Very, 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 very important to hold that two people of different. When you have two people of same sex already falling in love, so what do you talk about people of different sexes? What do you talk about that, or what do you say about people of different sexes? We have a lot of people of same sex that they will say, "Oh, I fell in love with her the moment I saw her." As in, like two people of same sexes. I am a girl, I'm a lady, she's a lady, and then they fell in love with each other and they got married together. Now, how do you now talk about people of different sexes that emotions is in them. They have emotions, they have feelings, and then you want to say, oh, we are just friends. We are just friends. When this person had another person, the only thing if this is actually happening, the only thing that you want to cause in that marriage is havoc. There is no two ways about it. It's havoc, especially if you now even see the woman, maybe the partner of your bestie, as a threat. In fact, that settles it. It explains the mission of you as best friend in that home, right? There is so, in fact, so unnecessary, so unnecessary. And I'm going to tell you a story to back this up. Why I say it is so unnecessary. While I was in service, I met this lady. She was just like somebody like me. Like, she loves God. I love people that loves God so much. She loves God. She's somebody that likes to do things for God. We mostly, when we talk, it feels like we share same value. It feels like we share the same thought. So we clicked so fast. Like, we started this friendship, a lady. We started this friendship, and we're so good because it feels like everything that I like is what she likes, and the things that I detest are the things that she detests. Like, I like people that are morally upright, like they have this moral standard that is up to 1000%. Yeah, so from our conversation, I get to, like, from our conversation, like, oh yeah, she's very, very moral. She has this moral standard that is high, and I love that. I love people that place themselves high like this. So we clicked, we started talking, we talk about life, talk about relationship, talk about, she'd share our relationship, what's going on with her, with me, and then I'd share mine at the time while I was in service. We're so close. When I say close, we're so close. So I got a job, and then I moved to Lagos, and then we started living together. Thanks to her, we started living together. And when, I told you, we shared same thing. We go to the church together, we wear same clothes, we joke, we play, we have nice time together. I still cannot forget her because she was a part of me, and that part of me that she was, I can't take it out of me. So yes, but I'm talking about this so that one, you can learn from this story. So yes, so during the time, there are a lot of suitors coming. This was the time that we had a lot of suitors coming our ways. Like I told you, we share everything that goes on with our relationship life, what's happening to us and all of that. We pray together. Like, when I am praying, she gets motivated to pray. When she's praying, I get motivated to pray. That is how close we are with each other. And then we share the best secrets with each other. So, there are a lot of guys coming our way and that I would encourage. This one is good, you can give it a try, don't do this, don't do that, and she would say, no, I don't like this person, no, I don't like this person, no, I don't like. In my head, I'm like, come on. Like, this one is not good, we remove it. That one is not good, we remove it. They are not the ones saying no. It is you saying, no, I don't want to do all this, that. Okay, so I needed to use my glasses right now. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay, so as time goes on, by the time we met, when we started talking, like when we first sharing ourselves, like getting to know each other well, she told me a story of herself and her friend, her bestie, when she was in the university, that there was this girl, they were friends, they were so close, and they wear same clothes, they sleep on the same bed, they eat together, they do all of the things that they do together, they stay in the hostel together at the time. And this girl has a boyfriend, maybe fiance at the time when they were in the uni, and this guy had a boyfriend, and this lady, I mean our friend, then had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend was so close with them that she became friends with the boyfriend too. And when they were, all of them were just friends together and all of that. And then some of the time she would go to the guy's house to help out with some of our assignments, and the guy would do it. And most times whenever she goes, the lady, which is her own best friend, will not know or will not even be there. She will just go there based on say me and this guy too, we are friends. Even though you are best friend with my, even though you are a lover with my friend, at least me and you too, we are friends. And it went on like that. And along the line, they started catching feelings for each other. I mean, the friend, let's just say my whole friend that I am talking about is he, and our best friend in school then is B, and then the guy is C. So she and C, that is A and C, which is our best friend's lover, started catching feelings for each other. So A and C started catching feelings, they talked about it, and then they started dating underground. This B did not know, which is the friend to my own friend, did not know that something like that was ongoing. So she started catching feelings for the guy to, maybe after showing all the green lights, the guy to catch it like, okay, yes, this girl likes me, and they started dating. And this guy too was dating C. So tentatively, he was dating two friends, two best friends, and they did not know. Along the line, I think Kasala burst, and C knew about everything that was ongoing between her best friend and her lover. And she took it overboard. She started calling all of their other friends, everybody that knew them together was involved, and it was messy. She told me this story herself. I didn't even know C. I didn't know C, which is the owner of the boyfriend, Gongo Gongo. I didn't know. It was messy. It affected her. It was during the time she was writing projects in school. She was not concentrating. She became lame because everybody in the hostel knew about it, and they started making mockery of her that she snatched her girlfriend's boyfriend and all of that. That it's even got to a point some of the friends called the three of them together and asked the guy, who did you love amongst these two? And he pointed to C, that I loved C. And she felt ashamed because it was this guy that asked her out, and then she did not like how he would have just left the two of them and not date any of them, in our own words. In our own words. She was my friend then now. She was my friend then. What would I say? The story was actually messy. It didn't add up, but I was just like, well, it's not good. Get this, that. So when we got to service, after telling me about the whole story about her and her friends and how the whole thing went, that it destabilizes her and all of that, after we got back in service, I think she and the guy, different people, after they left the uni, everybody went their separate ways. The guy and the bestie, which is A and C, they got back together, and then they started dating after settling their issues. This my own friend, which is he, was already out of the picture at the time. So they got back together, they settled their quarrels, and then maybe they just felt like we can still make it work. And then they started their thing. So when we were in service, everybody had gone their ways. A is in another place, B is in another place, C is in another place. So during service, I knew her. So she was telling, after she had told me the story. So along the line, one day we were just moving, and she was like, she and the guy started talking again, and the guy told her that he is still in a relationship with C. And then she got angry that why would he be going out with C again? After all, he dated the two of them. So even if he's not supposed to date any one of them, even if he wants to, he's not even supposed to date any one of them, because the both of them had maybe same rights over the guy. So he's not supposed to choose any one of them. She got angry and she was saying it. I don't even know how I answered. I can't remember how I answered. We're still friends. I didn't really know the true picture or the true color of this babe at the time. And it went on like that. So after service, she had already left service because she was, I think she was a batch before mine. So she left to Lagos. So I went to Lagos too. And then I started working there. So we lived together. So while we were living together, there are a lot of suitors, like I said, coming our way. But she said, no, I didn't like this one. No, I didn't like this one. No, I didn't like this one. I was encouraging that at least just give them, because it looks like you're not even giving them the time to know each other. It might turn out that you like this person. No, this person is short. This person has, this person is this this way, bringing out some flimsy excuses that's actually not necessary, but I kept encouraging like the friend that I should do. And along the line, I started to discover that she had been going to this guy because the guy also stays in Lagos. After service, the guy moved to Lagos, or maybe he has been staying in Lagos before now. So the guy also stays in Lagos after service and started working as a teacher, and she is also working in a school as a teacher. So along the line, whilst living together, I just found out that she had started visiting the guy and then started calling. They started with calls, everyday calls. Hello, this, hello, hey, I'm sorry, what is it B? Hello, B. Well, this is I want to do this thing. Hey, can you help me to do it? And the one will say, okay. Hello, B, I have something here. How do I do this? Do it like this. So it went on and went on, and then I think the the whole feelings that they had for each other sparked up again, got rekindled again, and then they started from where they picked it from. Mind you, this guy is still in a relationship with C. Excuse me. So this guy is still in a relationship with C. That is the lady that he had been with right from time before my own friend came into the picture and then scattered everything. So meaning that she went into that picture again, that she left back in school and went into there. I'm still. So they started talking. They started from talking. I discovered that the conversation was on like almost every day. She is on call with another lady's boyfriend, fiance, not even boyfriend at the time, fiance. She is on call with a friend's fiance, not even another lady right now, a friend's friend. So now think that year, December that year, the lady came to the lady in question, the C, came to Lagos to see her fiance, and then decided that I was going to branch at my own friend's place to just settle things with her. That what happened when we were in the uni, let's just allow it to slide. Let bygone be bygone. At least everybody is already in their place. Let's just settle what we have and then move on. And then she came to settle that friendship issue with her friend, thinking that everything is already in place, not knowing that there was another bigger plan. She settled it just so we can, get back to where we are. We've always been friends. Let's just be good together. And then she brought a lot of gifts to settle their differences, to settle their issues, the misunderstanding that they had with each other. After a few months after that time, my friend started talking to this lady's boyfriend, fiance again. And then the talk was not now just 1 minute talk, or it was now it was something that occurs every day. Now they will talk for hours. And I discovered this, and I find it so irritating. I find it disturbing already. Like, it's not supposed to be, really. Because the reason is because I knew about the story from time. It was messy before. You don't want to put yourself in this kind of situation again. So now think this lady already came to settle things with you. It means you should just give them the space that they needed. They needed this space. You have been friends with the guy, but right now, your friendship with this guy should be not like you're going to be an enemy with this guy, but then you don't have to talk to this guy every day. I'm not sure this guy is even talking to this lady the way he talks to, because you're almost on the call from morning till night with this person. I was observing, and I was finding it disturbing already. So at the point, as my friend as she is, I needed to call her to order, like, babe, we need to talk. She's like, what happened? What's wrong? I was like, this package, this whole thing that you're doing, I'm seeing it, but it's not okay. For you, for the health of that relationship, it's not okay. I hope you remember that I know about the story. You told, if she was the one that told me about the story, I would say she added something to make it sweet. But you told me, and you didn't even say anything to favor yourself. Like, it looks like you told me everything the way it is. You don't want to put yourself in that situation that you put yourself into when you were in the uni concerning this relationship thing again. You should give these people space. They needed the space. Don't forget, this babe just came to settle scores with you a few months ago. Stop talking to this guy every day. What relationship do you want to have with a guy that is serious with your best friend? Mind you, this person is even your best. The girl that this guy is dating is your best friend. Give them the space. Stop. Even if this guy is calling you, there's a way you cut him off without insulting him, without embarrassing him. Just, babe, boundaries. There should be boundaries. And he was like, oh, really? I didn't know. Oh, I was just doing my things. I didn't know. I said, yes, now that you know, please put things in place. Like, let everything be the way they're supposed to be, all right? You know, you don't want anybody to do this to you if you are in her shoes. Just put yourself in her shoes. And she's like, oh, thank you. Ah, in fact, I didn't know. Thank you. I will do something about it. And that was the last time I would see my friend talking to her in my presence. What I mean is, she continued talking to this guy. In fact, even more. Like when she's cooking, she's on call with him. When she's washing, she's on call with him. But anytime I'm around, she either goes out to make a call or she ends the call at a time so that I will not hear about their conversation or I will not know who she's talking to. Or maybe just leave the premises that I am in and go somewhere else in a corner to continue the call. It was that bad. So I started to see myself as, hey, okay, so I am the intruder now. Wow, wow, woo. But it still does not stop the fact that I kept getting irritated by the whole thing. Because I know that the end of all of these things is not going to be good. I know that being in their space, the health of that relationship is already deteriorating. Things will happen in the relationship. It can never go the way it's supposed to be. I was not happy with that. I was not happy with that. And I will not stop saying my own. I know that she continued talking to this guy. She continued. And I will call again and say, babe, this thing you are doing is wrong. At the point, I think she even flared up and like, what is my own? Okay, so I kept to myself. I think there was one lady that is also close to her that knows about her parole too then that I talked to, like, living with this babe self at the time, I was already getting, I don't know, because we lived together. Now we don't talk because of that particular matter. In fact, something happened before that matter that had already turned us off. That like now revealed who this person is. But that's not even where I'm going to. So at the time, it started to be like we don't talk the way we used to. We are not close. In fact, she's even always on call with another woman's man. So there was not even time to even settle things or talk about our own what is going on in the house as friends and all of that. So what I do is just go to work, come back late in the evening, rest. When I'm resting, I would sometimes be hearing their conversation. She might leave me in the room and go to the sitting room, so I won't hear what they say. But sometimes I hear. And it got to a point that I started hearing them talking about our best friend in a negative way. And that was it. That was where I had it up. Like, come on. How can the Bible says the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? Who can know it? Like, right now, your friend, you and the fiance of that lady now started talking about this girl, like something like, I knew she has always been like that. I knew your relationship with her will not last. You did not know her. If you had known her, you will not continue with her. Something like that. And oh God, it was almost like, I don't know why these things like this gets me to the other hand. Like, I was already going, so it was driving me crazy at the time. As if that was not enough. She started keeping everything, like right now she does everything secretly. Normally she was a open person, but because she knows that I was not in support with everything she's doing, she wanted to explain to me, or she wanted to make me feel like nothing is going on with them, but I already knew what was going on. So she started keeping everything. Whenever she's making call with this person, she would keep it, because I was always saying my concerns about it. Like, it is not good. Don't tell me you do not have any ulterior motive for all these things you are doing. No. Okay, so when she started to make me feel like, what is my own business there now? Is it my husband? Then I started to keep it to myself, although it wasn't easy because it was something that was pinning me deep inside my heart. It wasn't even my boyfriend, but I felt the pain too much. Excuse me. So, few months after, like from there, we our talk was not like that. We are not so close. I have to start keeping to myself because I know if you can do this to your friend, somebody you call your friends before, I am not safe. I am not safe. So I started to keep to myself to like I didn't tell her anything that goes on with my relationship because who knows what is going to happen to me. This is what I am seeing like koro with my eyes, and I'm getting mad. So what if God forbid? So I started to like keep my own like jealously. Even when she's asking me about my man, he's fine, no, he's so fine. It was that serious at the time. She would even come and visit her like, how far your guy? My guy is okay. Oh. He's all fine. Don't even, in fact, don't worry, it's fine. And she'll do the face like, because of my responsibility. Maybe not jam agbaku. So, so few months after, my people, I think the guy proposed. So I don't know if the other lady at the other hand that he was dating before knew about all of these things that was on because she did not stay around. She stayed in Far East. So she does not even know what was going on between two people that already come together. She stays in Far East and then she comes, once in a while to check up on the man, on the guy. I'm not sure if she knows at the time. I'm not sure. But if she do, well, I don't know. If maybe she got to know later. I'm not sure she knows about it. Because they were, going to she would go late at night, she would come back in the morning. She would even lie that she was going to one of her teacher's house, not knowing that she goes to this guy's place to sleep. Few months later, I just saw a ring. Somebody just posted her hand. I know her hand now. She cannot even post it. I'm sleeping with this babe on the same bed in the same room, under the same roof. She got engaged with this guy. She did not tell me. Like somebody just posted, one of her family members posted a hand, a fingers, and I saw the hand, and I know that this is my friend's hand. Okay. Hey, Jesus, wonder shall never end. You see, things like this, I used to see them online. I have never experienced this high level of betrayal in my entire life. That was the first time I'm saying it, and I laughed so hard when I saw the picture of her finger with the ring that was forced into her finger. Like, okay, oh shit, baddest. Mission accomplished. Well done. And it was just, I don't know what I was thinking, but it was just a lot for me. I was just, all right. So a few weeks after, maybe weeks, I'm not sure even if it is up to a month or maybe a month and a few days after, they started preparing for introduction. Mind you, they were preparing for introduction for this babe with the guy that I told you about in the house that we are staying. We sleep. The house that I slept. Oh God, she did an introduction in the house. I did not know. She didn't tell me. I knew about that. I mean, of course, I knew about the relationship, the introduction. Now, the brother told me. Brother even came to me and like, he needed money. He wanted to do introduction. He needed to prepare for a lot of things. If I can spare him so money, I'm like, who wants to do introduction? He said, my friend. Hey, oh God. Hey, Mike, I'm minding my business. So me, I did not even see anything. I was just there. Thank God, it has nothing to do. Like it's not affecting. It's affecting me. It's affecting because it's happening to a fellow woman like me. And I know that I put myself in the shoes that what if it was happening to me? What would happen? But I had to just. It is still not my business. At least it's still not happening to me. So the little that I had then, I contributed. Yeah, I still contributed because at the end of the day, I feel like that's just the right thing to do. Although I didn't even loud it, I still contributed my own little quota. I contributed. I gave it to the brother to do the introduction. She didn't. We slept in the same room the day she would do her introduction. They did the introduction inside the house, but because I went to work, I was not there. I went to work that day. They did it during the week. I went to work. I just came back home and I found a lot of plates, a lot of the house is disorganized and all. I didn't say happy introduction because she didn't. And it took Yoruba was any kini kule opadanu kabo because you didn't tell me about it. I shouldn't greet you. You didn't tell me you want to. Introduction is not something that you hide now. If you are doing it the right way, she cannot post pictures. She cannot post picture. Who does introduction and you don't post picture? She cannot post picture of her introduction. She cannot post picture of her engagements. Everything is just bonkele child. We're just doing it secretive. The families came together, and I don't know. Maybe they picked wedding date. So I did see around that time. I already knew. Oh, I can't be here. I cannot be here. This cannot be my friend. No, I can't be friend. I can't be friends with person like this. But I made sure that I had my own. I gave her the peace of my mind. The day she told me, she eventually no before the introduction, she was able to later squeeze herself to tell me she's starting a relationship with B. That day I know she will not forget me in a hurry because I gave her the I gave her oh God, I know she will not forget me in a hurry. Because I told her, you know what? You want to hear the truth? I am not among the friends that will fan you, that will fan you. I'm not there. Even if you are my blood, you are my blood. This is what I will tell my blood. If that marriage is of course the relationship is scattered because right now he is getting married to you, right? That's what you want. You have always wanted that right since you're in the university. You've always had your eyes on this guy right since you are in the university. And I'm sure that the lady must have made a mistake in one way because she told you about the guy, how good the guy is. So your height, your heart, your everything is on there. None of my business. But that the breaking of that relationship is your handiwork. You got into the relationship posing as a friend, behaving as if you are innocent. Oh, even when I was calling your attention to it that this thing you are doing is not going to end well, step back, step away from them. You're like, like an innocent person. But you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing. You ended up breaking that relationship and you ended up taking the guy for yourself. Like you are already getting married. But know that whatever a man sows, he reaps. And I mentioned a word like you cannot even try this nonsense with me. I'm very sure the person you tried it with because she's not even in close proximity with you. She would have dealt with you. Like, you can't try it and you're like, what if I try it? What would you do? I'm like, oh, Jesus. I will fight you with every spirit in me. I will fight you with everything that is inside that makes me human. Even I don't have more than God. And that was just the bottom line is she got married to this guy. They did it maybe a bunkele of at the time. I just stepped away from her life. I just walked away because I cannot be in that kind of friendship. I can't. And that thing that happened to that lady could have happened to me. So I might, who knows who the next victim is? I might be the one. It shows that if you had the mind to even think of hurting another person to this extent, then you can do more. And who knows what is going to happen next? Who knows who it is going to happen next to? So I had to just like walk away from that kind of friendship. So what am I saying is besting another man's wife or another man's husband is not necessary unless there is an ulterior motive. Give them the space. Let them be boundaries. You are besting another man's wife or another man's husband. You are calling the person darling, sweetheart. For what? For what? Gong. Oh, because you've been friends with this person long before now. You want to start making points that yes, I've been in his life before you came into it. So who that one help? Who is it for? You should give them the boundary that they needed. Step away. Step away. Stop causing drama or confusion in people's life because you cannot just do what is needful, the right thing. You can't stay far off from their peace. Step away from their peace. Let them hold their peace. Right? And for men too, you are in the best, you are besting another lady. Are you thinking about your partner, what she feels? Sometimes some people, not all the people can voice out or come out the way they feel and express themselves. Some people just keep it. They become resentive. They keep it in their heart and they start acting with it. And well, you won't even know. It might even be that you are just being friends and truly in your mind you have no ulterior motive or no benefits attached to it. But how does she feel? Insecurity will set in. Insecurity, she starts feeling insecure. She start feeling like maybe she's not good enough. That's why you are making, because what do you want to talk to a female friend that you cannot talk to your wife? What do you want to say to a female friend that you cannot say to your wife? What do you want to say to your male friend that you cannot say to your husband? That is why they say two shall come together and become one. So whatever vulnerability you want to be vulnerable to anybody should be to your spouse, not to an opposite sex. So in my own opinion, from experience, it is not needed. It is not needed. You can be casual friends. Hi, hello, hello. You call once in a while. Not every day. Like some people will be talking to an opposite sex every day and they say they are besting with that person. Hello. Hello. It's not necessary, in my opinion. I don't know what you feel. You might have something different to say. But in my opinion and in the little experience that I have had, I feel it is not needed and it has to be taken away. It has to stop. Like before I got married to my husband had this friend, female friend too. The both of them were single, so they don't know what they are doing with themselves. They're just friends, right? Which is like I don't have power over that. And then I got into the picture. But before I got into the picture, I found that I found out that this lady always, in their conversation, they talk all the time. I didn't even see it as a big deal when I got in. Like, it's none of my business really. I can't say you should not have friends. I can't because she has known these people before I got in the picture. But something was not right in between their conversation. If she has boil under her armpits, she will snap it and send it to my fiance then when we were dating. If she had a scratch on her lap, she will snap the lap and send it to my husband. If she just made new hair, she'll snap the hair and send it to my husband. And I'm like, wow, wow. This is serious. Okay, bro, we need to talk. Because at the time, there's no need to take chances anymore. Like, no. I already had an experience and I know what it feels like. So I should not just relax and feel like no. It might not even be for any ulterior motive, but for sanity's sake, I had to like call a speed and then put things the way they are supposed to be. And everything went good. Like everyone is fine. Everyone is fine. So yes, you married man too or married woman that you are bestie with another to an opposite sex, you also don't need it for the sake of your marriage. If the marriage means a thing to you, then you should do everything in your capacity to ensure that it remains healthy. And one of the ways is to cut out excessive friends. It's just cutting out excesses from your relationship so that your marriage will be the one that it should be, that you pray for it to be. So one of the excesses that you need to cut out of your marriage is excessive friends. Friends that can pose threat to your marriage, to the peace of your marriage. It is not needed. Like I don't know what you feel. What do you feel like? What do you feel? Is it a thing? Like do you feel like it is not necessary to cut out female or opposite sex besties in marriage? Drop it in the comment section, please. I want to get a feedback about this particular topic. Please drop it in the comment section. I need to hear your opinion about it. What is your own experience like? Have you had any experience about besties to your fiance, or your bestie to another person's fiance or husband or wife? Please drop it in the comment section. I need to get the feedback, and I want this to be as interactive as possible. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is what I'll have for you. So please Please set boundaries. Let there be boundaries in place. It is important for your sanity, for the peace and the health of your marriage or your relationship. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to share this video to as many people as possible. Thank you so much again. See you in my next video. Bye.